Welcome back to Top 5.
The skies over Mount Olympus crackled with urgency. The gods gathered, tense and expectant, awaiting the inevitable clash between Zeus and Hades. Thunder rolled in the heavens, a prelude to a storm that would be written in legend. Yet, Zeus was nowhere to be seen. The crowd murmured, eyes scanning the jagged peaks of Olympus, a gathering of deities anxious for the gathering storm. In the shadows, Thor was fidgeting. He had called for Hulk, convinced that the brute would serve as a useful distraction, a wild card in an already tumultuous game. But he hadn't anticipated the chaos that would descend upon them. Odin, with dark disappointment shadowing his face, turned his piercing gaze on his son. "What have you done, Thor?" I just thought," Thor stammered, watching the horizon with a mix of dread and anticipation. "Your thoughtlessness may doom us all," Odin murmured, foreboding. It only took an instant for Zeus to arrive, ripped from his musings by the earth-shattering impact of the Hulk's ambush. The green giant sprang from a hidden ravine, a behemoth fueled by rage and primal fury. Zeus barely had time to react before the Hulk collided with him, sending both titans crashing through the craggy walls of Mount Olympus. A cacophony of rock, dust, and chaos erupted. Hot bubbles of rage ignited from the impact, soaring like comets erupting into space. The crowd below gasped, their cheers turned to cries of surprise as they witnessed the iconic clash commence. From the ruins of Olympus came the echoes of fury, Zeus and Hulk locked in an unexpected embrace of combat. The ground trembled under their feet as they hurled each other against marble columns. Zeus unleashed lightning bolts, but Hulk would catch them in his immense hands, deflecting the raw power back towards Olympus, igniting fiery explosions around them. Hades, caught in his own machinations, watched with raised eyebrows. "What is this madness?" he yelled, confused and irritated. Here he was, prepared for the greatest battle of his life with Zeus, and instead, chaos unfolded before him. The crowd was no longer interested in the god of the underworld, it stood electrified, the battle status between Zeus and the raging Hulk stealing the show. Thor tightened his grip on Mjolnir, knowing he had stirred the fight into existence. Frantically, he tried to strategize and regain control, but it was too late. In a moment of spiteful recklessness, he attempted to sneak up on the melee, hoping to help subdue Hulk. But Odin's voice boomed like thunder. "Thor, stay your hand. You have already meddled enough." The king of the gods halted his son, the weight of his disappointment unshakable. Meanwhile, Hulk let out a thunderous roar that reverberated through the mountains. "Hulk smash," he thundered, his colossal fist slamming onto the ground, sending tremors through the foundations of Olympus. "Enough!" Zeus shouted, his voice layering authority over the chaos. His eyes glowed with fury, and with a flick of his wrist, he summoned bolts of lightning, weaving through the dust and debris towards Hulk. But the green giant was faster. He dodged and retaliated, springing from a knee and walloping Zeus with a punch that sent the king of the gods staggering back. Zeus barely regained his composure, but within moments, he was on the offensive once again. The two titans clashed like storms against the mountainside, the air sizzling with power. As they fought, a whirlwind of lightning and fury, they desecrated the landscape surrounding Mount Olympus. Trees splintered like matchsticks, boulders shattered and scattered, and the ground itself seemed to quake in dismay. "Is this the best you can do, Thunderer?" Hulk bellowed, his voice booming like an avalanche. "Hulk strongest there is." He leapt, a mass of raw muscle and fury, crashing down upon Zeus, who managed to evade at the last moment, only to be blown off balance by the force of the impact. Zeus, not to be outdone, harnessed the storm's energy and shot a blinding bolt towards Hulk again. But Hulk caught it midair, absorbing the electric energy and redirecting it towards the sky with a wild grunt. The two continued their brutal dance, an ever-escalating contest of strength and will. Zeus struck fiercely, while Hulk roared back with unyielding resolve. Finally, they found themselves atop a craggy cliff away from Olympus, the gods below forgotten in the wake of their titanic struggle. With a fierce determination ignited by the challenge, Hulk moved in close as Zeus fought not necessarily for dominance but for survival. Clenching his fists, Hulk swung once more. Lightning flickered around Zeus, his powers ebbing as he struggled against Hulk's raw might. The Hulk's hands grasped the god by his tunic, hoisting him into the air. Hulk will win. The green giant tightened his grip, unleashing a last surge of chaotic strength. In a final desperate gambit, Zeus summoned every spark of divinity within him. "You should have stayed away, monster," he cried, electrifying the air around him. But Hulk didn't flinch. In one monumental effort, he slammed Zeus down to the ground, creating a crater not just in the earth but in the very fabric of celestial reality. The roar of defeat echoed in the mountains as Zeus struggled, his strength waning. He was powerful, but the unyielding fury of Hulk was a force beyond comprehension. With one final, earth-shattering punch, Hulk sent Zeus sprawling into the rocky terrain. As the dust settled and the remaining Titans paused to breathe, only one remained standing amidst the wreckage of Olympus, the Hulk, panting and battered but triumphant. The crowd erupted in a chorus of shock and awe, reverberating across the heavens. The clouds parted, and Odin looked on disapprovingly, amazed yet somewhat resigned. "You have unleashed a force you cannot contain, Thor," he said gravely. Thor could only gaze at the wreckage, gripped by the reality of his actions. Hercules could scarcely believe his eyes. Hades, irritated yet toying with the prospect of conquest, couldn't help but smirk. Hulk, victorious, turned his head, letting out another primal roar, the embodiment of untamed strength and rebellion. One figure lay defeated upon the ground beneath him, a god bested in battle. The world would not forget this day, nor the echoes of crushed divinity amidst titans. The Hulk stood, reigning over his new realm of chaos, a testament to raw power, while Zeus lay beaten, a harbinger of the storm having lost his fight against the true force of nature. In the aftermath, one victor would walk away, leaving the narrative of Olympus once again rewritten.